This is Carl from National RV Detroit, and we're going to walk you through the features of your Coachmen Clipper Classic 1285 SST tent camper. Okay, so I'll just go around the outside here to start off with. Obviously you have a table, which is obvious. You have power here. This particular port here is to fill your fresh water tank. There's an onboard fresh water tank. You would only use this if you were camping at a campsite that didn't have plumbing on the campsite, didn't have any city water. So normally you're going to just hook up the city water connection, which is on the other side of the trailer. But if you need to, you can pre-fill this tank and then use the onboard pump to pump the water. And it'll operate just like it has city water. All right. Okay. So your trunk, you can access it when your front bed is in, but you could also slide it out this way, just so you can see. So you can still access it that way, okay? That way you can access your stuff without pushing the bed back in. Makes it a lot more convenient. All right, so you have a 20-gallon LP tank, a deep cycle marine battery, and this is your power winch right there, okay? So let me move on a little farther. That is just the vent for your furnace right there. Okay. Your slide room. Okay. So this is how you operate your refrigerator from this side right here. All right. So now the refrigerator is a three-way refrigerator. So it'll work on 110 AC, it'll work on 12-volt DC, and it'll work on LP gas. Like it says on this sticker right here, never double up on your energy sources. Hopefully you can see that. I can't even see the monitor here, so I'm sort of pointing blindly here. So right now we've got it on 110 or 120 AC. So right, you see the switch is just turned on. It's just a rocker switch. If we wanted to run it off of 12 volt, which you could do pulling it down the road, it'll pull 12 volts from your battery, plus your battery will be charged by your tow vehicle while you're pulling it. So you could just turn that on like that, and that would start at 12 volt. Right? Now if you wanted to start it on gas, which most people don't use this feature anymore, but it's still available, you're basically, if you were to, let me see if I can show you here without, it's nearly impossible to keep that thing up, but that's a little spy hole, so you can look in there and see if the flame is lit, but you can hear it light also. So what you're going to do is you're going to turn this switch to on. You're going to leave it up all the way, by the way. You turn this to on, then you depress it and spark it like that till it lights. Now it takes a while. If you have not used the gas feature for some time, it takes a while to get it lit. You'll have to turn it off several times, maybe 3 times, turn it back to on, spark it a few more times till you get to the point where it'll light, because it comes through the gas comes through a very small line, and if there's air in it, it takes a long time to purge it out, but it will light. And in bright daylight like this, it's very difficult to see the flame, so what most people do, they'll use a grill lighter with a long neck on it. They'll light the lighter, keep the trigger held in, and then blow out the flames. They're still holding the trigger, and then they'll just stick it in the hole and pull it out to see if it lights the flame. That's the best way to do it, because it's a surefire method of telling whether it's lit or not. But the bottom line is, you're generally electricity, either 12 volt DC or 110 AC, is generally what people are going to use. But you can use the gas if you need to. All right. This is your water heater. Right now it's empty. It's been water tested. It works. It lights. Everything works good. You can replace the plug right here, the drain plug right there. But that's where you'll drain it from. So that takes an 1 1/16 socket, 6-point socket to drain it. All right. The switch to operate it is inside. It runs on gas only. This is for a sprayer. You just have to have a quick connect sprayer for it, and you can snap it on there and hose things down. And this is your city water fill right here. I told you the most common way to get the water to the trailer is through your city water hookup. So you just hook your hose right on here, turn it on, and you're ready to go. You have a 25-foot power cord that's 30 amps. This is your sink drain right here. You do get a cap for it, so if you want to, when you're not using it, you can close this up. Hopefully you can see that. I can't see the monitor like I said. But that's where you would drain it. You could use a garden hose. It's got a garden hose fitting, so you can use a piece of a garden hose and guide it into a bucket or down a drain or wherever you want to drain the sink, okay? Alright, so one of our people is still working in here, so we'll work around her. Of course you have an awning. The poles and everything are self-contained in the rafter of the awning. Generally used trailer awnings are not in that good a shape because people don't keep them clean enough, but keep that in mind. It does have all the parts. Okay. I guess she's not in here. Okay, so it's in a little disarray with the cushions and everything, but we can't. We have to work around the cleaners here. So I'll just show you the features as best I can. All right. So your thermostat for your furnace is right here. When it's all the way to the left, it's off. So keep in mind that to shut it off, it has to click that way. You turn it on here and you can set the temperature going towards the right. It lights automatically. You don't have to use a match or a lighter or light any pot of light, nothing like that. It's all does it automatically. We've tested it, it works good. The water heater, to light your water heater, you do it this way. It lights it on gas. It also works good. The power converter is right here. So what this does is it converts 110 AC to 12 volt DC. So you can see you've got a couple circuit breakers over here for the stuff that runs on AC power, like the air conditioner, for example. Then the power is converted over to 12 volt DC over here. You got 12 volt fuses, okay? Now this is also a battery tender, so as long as you're plugged in, it'll keep your battery charged. All right. This part has just got wear and tear to it. If you choose to fix it, you can, or you can just, you know, you can do as much as you want, obviously, to spruce it up a bit. This is a GFCI. All the plugs in the trailer are wired through this GFCI, so if they pop, if the plug outside, you're using a coffee pot and it was to pop, you'll reset it here. This is for your onboard water pump right here. That's all there is to it. Excuse me, you're only going to use that water pump if you don't have city water, remember. You can take out these two screws here, right? And there's hinges on this side. You swing that open, you'll see your water pump, your winterizing hose, the bypass valves for your water heater. All that stuff is inside that little compartment there. All right. So your range, obviously, it looks like it's hardly ever been used, but you're just going to turn it on and then light it with a lighter. The refrigerator, obviously, I showed you the controls outside, but this is the interior of the refrigerator. This device down here is an LP detector, so in case there's an LP leak, that'll go off and warn you. It's green. You can see a green light on it. It should always be green like that. All right. This is your furnace itself. Okay, so to use your cassette toilet, the best way is to learn to use it is to go to Thetford's site, and they have all the documents in PDF form, or you can search YouTube and you can watch the manufacturer's videos. That's actually the best way. But it is a cassette. It's just basically for emergencies, that sort of thing. If you open this door here, you can see that's the cassette itself. That's the little black tank right there that slides in and out. So it's kind of a middle of the night emergency type deal. All right, so I think we've pretty much covered everything. Our guy will show you how it sets up and breaks down, obviously, when you pick it up. You do have a 3-speed fan here, so you can open the vent and turn it on. You got 3 different speeds to exhaust, which is a good thing. The door folds up inside the trailer here when you're getting ready to travel. So, okay. All right, so thanks for purchasing your trailer at National RV Detroit, and keep in mind that this trailer needs to be winterized because it has plumbing, so you have to research that if you don't know how to do it. In the fall, you got to pump antifreeze into it. You always have to bypass the water heater. before you pump antifreeze in, because you can't get antifreeze into the water heater tank or it'll leave a really foul taste and smell. So you gotta bypass it before you winterize it. Okay? All right, thank you very much.